collective of dancers from all around the world, and we all got together because we have one thing in common, and that's that we like dancing to jazz. We like jazz music and jazz-related music. So to that belongs jazz, funk, soul, or what we call boogie, funk, and of course fusion jazz as well. We were all put together by a man called Perry Lewis, who found us all in different clubs. And Perry looks in his dances for something different, for something special. We are not trained. Important to note that. The style is totally untrained. It's a club-led style. It's never been taught anywhere until we started teaching it ourselves. So Perry looks for rhythmical ability. You have to be able to feel the music and interpret it in different things. And from there, he put together a dance group called Jazzcotech. We actually promote 4 very prominent club nights in the UK, and we promote the dance style, but we also promote jazz music. And through lessons that we teach and club nights that we run, many people are introduced not just to dancing to jazz, but also to the music itself. Changed over the years, evolved. We now have dancers from all over the shop. Germany, such as me. Japan, such as Maki, and all different places in the UK as well. Going for some 20 years now, and the group's gone from strength to strength. Itself is an amalgamation of very fast footwork, spins, and floor work as well. So you're not going to get jazz hands in our style, but you'll be likely to be spinning on your knees instead. And it evolved in the UK clubs in the 70s and 80s. When we all used to dance to jazz funk, or what is now commonly known as soul. And that went underground as house came in, and garage, and God knows what, and hip-hop. So our clubs went underground, and with that the DJs went looking for different music as well, and ended up in jazz fusion. And jazz fusion can be jazz fused with anything, rock even, or Brazilian, Afro-Cuban. There's lots of drum led tunes in our style. The whole thing is incredibly fast, energetic, 500 miles an hour. It's quite electric, really. I just had to go with that music and dance and come up with different moves and different rhythms to go with the tune. So that is the style, really. Jazzcotech are now the only group in the world that teach this. One of my reasons for joining Jazzcotech about 13 years ago was because when I first poked my nose into jazz dance clubs, I was told a number of things. The first one was, girls don't dance to this, young people don't like this. So, being the way I am, I made it my business to change that. Particular type, colour, breed, gender or age. Anyone can do this, but you've got to like the music. And from there I introduced more girls to it, because when one girl starts dancing, the others will follow suit. And there are now many more girl dancers on this scene than there were when I started a decade ago. Teaching-wise as well, I wanted to show to people that young people can like this, but they're just not being shown this type of dance, and certainly don't hear this kind of music on any of the commonly popular music channels or TV channels. So I became a youth dance worker in Essex and in Luton, and from that I introduced people in youth centres and just dropped all sorts of tunes on them, starting with some disco, funk, jazz funk, and then introducing them to the harder stuff like Afro-Cuban, more drums, and really loved it, they really took to it because it's got such high energy. The style, there isn't any wrong or right about it. We're not as restrictive as ballet or contemporary. You don't have to be 2 inches off the floor. We teach you a move, but how you execute that move is very, very up to you. It's totally individual, and that is really, really important in style. We put together from an experiment which had a mix of young people from Essex and Luton, and started a group called jazzcotech Junior. And at the time they were all between 12 and 15 years of age. Some of them have now grown up, so they're getting towards college juniors. They come to senior rehearsals now. They've moved on stage, and we now call the group Jazz Code 2. The group again is our living proof that young people can like this. They just need to be introduced to it. The group does their own gigs. They've been doing loads of gigs. We've had them on all sorts of stages, theatre stages, club stages, Royal Festival Hall stage, anywhere, you name it, we get them the gig. And they've also now worked with live musicians as well. So we have grown, jazzcotech has grown, the style has grown, and it's still going strong. And long may it continue.